Welcome to Central News, I'm Hilary Entwistle. In today's news, a top property consultant is warning landlords nationwide not to skimp on seismic strengthening of building, or it could end up costing them more in the long term. Director and Chartered Surveyor of Hampton Jones Property Consultancy, Graham Matthews, says the outcome of New Zealand's seismic research is expected to change the face of commercial property in this country.
What are the current seismic standards and how are they expected to change?
Well, construction in New Zealand is covered by the Building Act 2004, which covers all forms of construction in New Zealand. In turn, the Building Act references a number of what are called New Zealand standards. And there's different standards for commercial property and for residential property. What we do know is that from the outcomes of the earthquakes in Canterbury, that work is now being done to look at the standards and see whether they can be improved either in total or in part. We know already, for example, that one of the housing standards has already been improved and we're likely to see further improvements going forward.
Now, why is this change looking like it will go ahead?
Well, simply that standards never stand still. They're always improving. Authorities and governments around the world are always looking to improve construction standards as we learn more about how buildings respond to earthquakes and how they perform under different conditions. So it's a constantly changing thing. We know that the research is being done at the moment to look at how buildings performed coming out of the earthquakes in Canterbury, and that learning will be ploughed back into how the standards can be improved in the future.
The new Midland Regional Renal Service has a new and bigger base at Waikato Hospital, and it's desperately needed, says Clinical Director Peter Seisland. The Regional Renal Centre covers all renal failure and dialysis services for most of the Midland region, incorporating the Lakes, Bay of Plenty, Waikato and Tairawhiti DHBs. Dr Seisland says the growing waistlines of New Zealanders are putting increased pressure on renal replacement services. He says we are a nation that is getting fatter and we have issues with chronic diseases and major health challenges associated with obesity. The major cause of kidney failure requiring dialysis is diabetes, and more recently there has been an increase in the number of older people being accepted into the dialysis program. Mount Maunganui held off a fast-charging Papamoa to claim the Bay of Plenty Surf Life-Saving Championships on their home beach in the weekend. An ideal start to the summer competition season. Clubs from all around the North Island turned up, including large contingents from Wellington's Lyall Bay, Gisborne's Midway and Taranaki clubs at Fitzroy and New Plymouth Old Boys, tussling in hot sunshine against 7 Bay of Plenty clubs. Despite a lack of swell, the flat conditions were the perfect fitness test for athletes, especially those who have just returned from the Rescue 2012 World Championships in Adelaide. Now for our region's weather. Hamilton, you will have rain easing to a few showers and the wind will turn westerly. Your expected high is 21 and an overnight low of 11. Tauranga, your Thursday will have rain easing to a few showers and winds turning to westerlies. Your expected high is 22 and an overnight low of 13. Just ahead, Indian Business Forum.